Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Asim Shahid Golap from Mumbai, India. I am a lawyer by profession and I appear in various courts of law. My question is, generally the lawyers address the judges as my lord or your lordship. Is it permitted to address in that manner when Aniya isn't of considering them as lord? This is a very important question asked by Brother Asim from Mumbai, India, that can we call, in the court of law, we refer to the judges as my lord. So can we call my lord? And we know that we don't consider them to be God. So though we don't consider them to be God, can we call them lord? First you should understand that what is the meaning of the word lord. The English word lord has various meanings. One of the meaning is God. And but natural, in no way can you refer God to anyone except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, except the one true God, Allah. You cannot refer Rabb or God or Lord to anyone except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Lord has various other meanings also. The word Lord in England is also used as a title. Like there are various titles given to people like knight. They also title as sir. So Lord is an honorific title or a title of honor given to any man. And it's a common in English language. So one of the meanings of Lord is God. The other meaning is calling him with honor or with respect like sir. The third meaning of Lord is also that in the UK Parliament there is a House of Commons and the upper house of Parliament. The upper house of the UK Parliament is called as a House of Lords. So if you're a member of the upper house of Parliament, you're called as Lord. So anyone who's a member of upper house of Parliament in UK is called a Lord. No one considers him to be God. So Lord in English language has various meanings. One more meaning, in UK, the judges of the High Court or the judges of the Court of Appeal are referred to as Lord. Me Lord or my Lord. So this is the title given to the judges of the High Court in UK or the Court of Appeal, and various courts in the world, they follow the British system. Like in India also, we follow the British system of law. So the judges are called as my Lord or Lordship. Similarly in Malaysia and various other countries in the world, the judges are called as Lord. So when you are referring to the judge as Lord, it is a title of honor. No one refers to him as God. So one of the meaning of the word Lord in English language is God. The other meaning is for respect, like sir. The other meaning is if you are a member of the upper house of Parliament in UK, you are called a Lord. Or if you are a judge of a court of law, you are called a Lord. So when in the court of law, the lawyer refers to the judge as my lord, or if the witness refers to the judge as my lord, it's perfectly fine. No one refers to them as God. So this is the title given to the judges in the court of law, and there's no problem at all. But if you consider them to be God, it's totally haram. It is shirk. No human being can be considered as God. So if you are referring to Lord as a title or as honor instead of sir, or for respect, or to the judges as a title, there's no problem at all. It's perfectly all right in Islam, but natural. You cannot refer to anyone as God or except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hope that answers the question. The next question. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. May Allah bless you. I have another question on late fee. Alhamdulillah, Allah gave you knowledge and health to answer these questions. In one of your video, you said that late fee, money on money, is haram. Now I just wanted to know, is late fee in a library for delaying returning of the book taken is halal or haram? Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you and give you better life in this world and especially in the hereafter. A similar question is asked by another person. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Asif Qazi from Mumbai, India. Is it permissible to charge late fee for delaying the payment of school fees or rent of an apartment? Can we sign contracts in which is stipulated a late fee at the percentage of 1% of the rent per month or something similar, and take care that we will not make the payment late, thus not involving in interest or riba? The question asked by the brother is, the first question is that I had said that late fee is haram. So if you return a book late in the library, are we allowed, is it permitted to charge late fee? Can we give late fee? And a similar question is asked by a person that can a school, if we delay the school in payment of the school fees, can the school charge late fee, and is it permitted in Islam? Or a rent of an apartment, if we pay later than the due date, can the owner of the apartment charge late fee? Is it Islamically permitted? As far as charging a late fee if the payment is delayed, for example, if there's a school fee which has to be paid by the 10th of every month, and if the school says that if you pay after the 10th of the month, you have to pay a late fee of 100 rupees or 50 rupees or $2 or $5, this is not permitted in Islam. It will be counted as riba. If you delay any payment and for that you charge additional money, it is nothing but riba and it is haram. It is Islamically a haram contract. A school cannot charge late fee just because of delayed payment, or if you are paying the rent of an apartment and the due date is 5th of a month, and if you delay by 1 week, and if the contract says that if you delay by 1 week, you have to pay so much percentage, 1% of the rent or per month, or you pay a fee. This is money paid for the money given late for delayed payment is nothing but riba. It's money on money, it's haram. But natural, in a contract where payment has to be given for the rent of an apartment or for school fees, you can be strict on a due date. If it's delayed, you can put conditions like, okay, it will not allowed, or you can stop him from attending school, but you cannot charge extra money because he paid money late. It is riba, it's haram. So in the earlier answer, I don't know which answer you're referring to. If it's charging late fee for delayed school fees, it is haram. What you can do is you can tell, okay, if you pay your late fees late, you will not be allowed to attend school. That's permissible. But you cannot charge a late fee. This is not permitted in Islam. And I'm aware that if you don't charge late fee, the person will not pay. What are you going to do? And we had this problem in India when we had a school. And we used to say that, okay, if you don't pay, then there's a reminder sent. 1 week late, then 2 weeks late, then 1 month late. The person doesn't know what we're going to do. So unfortunately, we can say, okay, your child may not be allowed to attend school, which is not what we want to. But if it's too many weeks or months delayed, you can stipulate this, but you cannot charge extra fee because it's money on money given late. It is riba, it's haram. So late fee cannot be given, late fee cannot be charged, or a penalty cannot be charged in money for any money which is given late. This is Islamically not permitted. But regarding a question that if I'm taking a book on rent from a library, and if I delay in returning, can he charge a late fee? Yes. Well, if he's charging you $1 per book per week, and if you give it late, he can charge you additional rent. That's permitted. Or if he's selling that you take the book free, but if you return after 1 week, I'll charge you, that is permitted. He's not charging money for the money giving late. But if you're renting a product, and if you delay in giving the rent, and if he's charging you additional rent, it's permitted. He cannot charge you a late fee for the money given late. That is riba. But if he's charging you extra because you're delaying in giving the book back, which is on rent. So if you're hiring a book from a library, $1 a week, or $1 for 2 weeks, and if you delay in returning and he charges you more rent, it's permitted. He's charging you more rent because you're renting for a longer period. For example, if you rent a car for 5 days, and you take it for another 2 days, you cannot say that I'll not charge more. He'll charge you additional rent for hiring the car for 2 more days. That's permitted. But if You hire the car for 5 days and you say, I will not, and you return back the car after 5 days and say, I will give the money after 1 week, then charging more is haram. But if he takes the car for a longer period, like you ask, if you delay in returning the book, he can charge you extra rent because you have rented the book for a longer period. But charging a late fee just because you have given the rent late, like of an apartment, that is not permitted. Hope it's clear. So signing a contract also saying that you will give extra money if you pay late is also a haram contract. So in this thing you have to be careful that you have to change the words of a contract in such a way that it does not involve riba. But unfortunately, most of the contracts that are there in most parts of the world, even in Muslim country, unfortunately have this clause of late fee, if you pay late, etc., which is not Islamically correct. So Muslim having such a contract, if you are the owner of an apartment, if you rent an apartment and you put the clause that if you give late, you'll have to pay extra money, it's haram. You cannot make a contract. Neither can you make such a contract for renting your apartment. Neither can you sign a contract if you are renting the apartment somewhere else. But unfortunately, what has happened that there are many countries in the world where even the government says that if you pay the telephone bill late, you have to pay a late fee. Or if you pay the electricity bill, you have to pay late fee. So these contracts, you have no option of changing. If it's a private contract, see to it, you change it, and that's what we do. We change the words of the contract. But if it's a government contract, it's not possible that the government will change the contract for you if you're a Muslim. So in such cases, the fuqahas have said that though it's a haram contract, where you have to pay a late fee for giving electricity late, see to it that you don't give it late. See to it, you don't pay the electricity of the government late or pay for the telephone bill late, pay it on time and don't indulge in giving a late fine. Yet, signing the contract is yet not permitted, but the fuqahas say you ask forgiveness from Allah because you cannot, it is a zarurat, it's a requirement for you to take electricity, and that comes from the government or from a company which is not willing to change. So in this case, there is a last resort. In such contracts you can sign, yet it is wrong, and you ask forgiveness from Allah and see to it that you don't delay and you pay on time, and you ask forgiveness from Allah, and inshallah Allah will forgive you. But charging late fee for late payment Islamically is not permitted in Islam. And signing such contracts also, if it's for personal contracts of renting a flat, which the person see to it that you draft the contract as per the Sharia laws. It's difficult, but it's possible. It's difficult. You have to convince them. You have to give them this. You can say put more stricter clause that if I delay in payment once or twice, you can kick me out of the apartment, no problem. Put clauses which are more strict, but putting a clause which involves riba is haram. Hope that answers the question. The next question.